Alright, so for my third video for my athlete of choice, I'm going to be going over the power phase of training for balance. In this phase of training, the goal is to move explosively and not so much fatigue the athlete, because when we fatigue them, we have muscle imbalances and muscle problems because other muscles start to take over for the lack of being able to control that explosive movement. So we don't want to try to do so many reps that we're fatiguing them. We just want good solid reps of good control. So for this particular exercise that I chose, we're moving in the frontal plane. We're going to go side to side here, and I'm going to still balance on one foot. I'm going to alternate and switch onto my left foot here. So it's going to be a quick movement, and then I'm going to bounce back, hold, bounce back. Now, if you start to see them wobble or put their foot down, I'm going to stop where they're at. Don't try to keep performing the exercise as you're falling. I know a lot of people a lot of athletes like to hold it and then they try to go as fast as they can. They're starting to fall over. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of the exercise. So making sure they stop, regroup, and see how many reps they can get in a row. Maybe they can only get 4 in a row, then you try to work to 5 and so forth. Now, you can also move forward and back on this, so same principle. We're just going forward and back, holding the movement, holding our knee up. That will be moving in the sagittal plane. Now, we can also transfer to the second exercise, which is basically the same idea, only instead of alternating my feet, I'm going to use the same foot. So I'm going to stay on my right foot, and a lot of the time it's easier to put a line so visually they can see where they're jumping over and where they need to stop and how far they need to go. So if I'm staying on my right foot and I'm moving into the sagittal plane, I'm going to alternate through the same way. I'm going to go forward, okay, come back, okay, go forward, come back. And I know there's also a variation of this where you can go for speed. So I could go forward, back, and the goal to see if you can draw a box on the ground to see if they're hitting the same spot and they're not falling off side to side. Or you can move in the frontal plane and do the same thing. Start off slow, okay, control their balance, and then work to go quickly side to side, and again drawing a box and seeing if they can hit inside that box each time. So for the power phase, that's basically the 2 exercises I chose for in the house. There are a lot of other exercises you can do that add weight, add lunging into it, and other types of forms of movement, including a plyo box and different things that you can't do inside of a house. But I decided to use my exercises for things you could do inside. So you can use these exercises maybe after a day at the gym, just to work on extra balance work on top of your other exercise program. So I appreciate you checking out the video, and thank you for watching.